Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Hi, my name's Holly, energy reader, psychic medium, and I like to start with the vibe and the energy for the day. What is the energy imprint, basically? I feel like this is something that the majority of the collective can resonate with because this is a general reading and it will not resonate with everyone, but, hopefully you'll just hang out with this. Anyway, so this is the mug I pulled. I was very drawn to this. The pink, the panther, the pink panther, no, the hearts, all of it. It just made me really happy. And when I kept asking Spirit, so what's the message? What's the message? Nothing. And then as soon as I sat down, I heard empower yourself. But there was another way that they phrased it. What? Help me out, Spirit. What did you say? I've already forgot. God, it's that kind of week in general. What did you say, Spirit? The energy for the coming day is, yeah. Be prepared to be yourself. Be prepared to be who you are without making excuses or using examples or being apologetic. Be who you are. You know who you are. You know your own mind. You know your own heart. If other people don't like it, then maybe it's the wrong group or person for you. Come on, little baby, you coming up? Yay! All right, there we are. So, say it with me, everybody. She's my senior, but she's in a cute little baby girl body. So I call her my baby. Anyway. So let's get to it. Let's get to the reading. So we went from, for yesterday, I know it kept coming up about learning a truth or getting information. And remember, that could be about any aspect of your life. So hopefully everybody received something that gave you that aha moment, or gave you direction or pointed you in a direction. So, or made things real for you. I really hope it was something positive for you. Okay. And it's all right, little baby. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Neoteric Feminine. All right. So it's all right, baby. It's all right. I know you're all jittery. Too many noises, right? Just too many noises. Okay. All right. So one of the questions that I ask myself, okay, so since we're waiting for me to shuffle here, one of the questions I ask myself, so maybe this will help give you direction. It is easy. Status quo is easy. Okay. Not making changes, not making waves. That's easy. But when has anything ever been easy for any of us? I have a feeling we are pretty much, we belong to the same group here, So one of the questions that I was posing to myself, and hopefully you will do the same, and sometimes it takes preparation. Like I'm going to have to prep for probably 6 months to a year before I can make things happen that I want to have happen in my life. And it's just stuff on a personal level. But they just said that's enough shuffling. Okay. So the one thing that helped direct my focus and get out of the rut of the status quo. Now, sometimes status quo is great. Sometimes you don't want to change anything. But if all of a sudden you start getting restless or you start getting that uncomfortable feeling like you just want to keep looking at a watch or a clock, okay? If you were to leave this world tonight, if you were to take your last breath, what would you regret not doing? Would you regret taking the safe route, or would you embrace the adventure? And yeah, it could be costly in terms of a lot to lose, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. But what would you do if you were taking your last breath? And what would you regret? So that has been on the forefront of my mind quite a bit here lately. And I open the deck. Oh, let me put my glasses on. Okay. All right. 8 of Pentacles. What tapestry are you weaving? And are you leaving it for posterity, or are you writing your own story, or is someone else? Are you that's important. Yeah. I think I'll call the video that. Are you writing your own story, or is someone else? So, okay, I'm being pushed to talk about this for a reason. So let's see if it comes up in the reading. Hey, little baby. Okay. Let me get one last gulp here. All right. Now, you ready? All right. So what is the message for the collective, please? What is the message for the collective? Mother and Father God, spirit guides and guardians, beloved elementals, beings of light, spirit guides in terms of those who are with us since birth, and our sacred selves, higher selves. Protectorate. Yes, the protectorate. We need you in here too. It's been a weird week. What is the message that you have for the collective? My guides are so finicky. They're like, are you finished yet? Yeah, okay. I'm finished with that. All right. We have all in place that we need in place. Let me scoot up here a little bit with my old creaky chair. It really is an old chair. Look at it. It's cool though. All right. I'm hearing Goldilocks talking about the chair, because I was thinking it's just the right size. So what is the right size for you? I feel like everybody's having their Goldilocks moment. Okay, that's going to play out in the reading somehow. I don't know how. Okay, why are we not getting any cards, please, Spirit? They want me to use a different deck? Really? After I just spent all that time shuffling? Okay, one came out. The Hierophant. Huh. That reminds me of Frida Kahlo. The Hierophant. And I'm hearing, you know the way. Cards are tools, so I'm going to just say whatever message I hear. You know the way. You know the way to your enlightenment. You know the way to your... I just heard the word salvation, so that's an interesting way to put it. And I don't mean that in just like a biblical sense or anything. I mean, you know the way to... And as I was trying to get these cards organized in front of me that were not popping out, one flipped over, the Wheel of Fortune. We've been getting that a lot lately. So you know the way, you know what you need to learn, you know what you need to do, and lessons have been learned. I just heard that. So lessons have been learned. You are the Hierophant. The world, full circle. Everything has come full circle. It was after that the wheel came out. So it is yet another circle, but it's the beginning of a new cycle. The wheel is spinning, and it is used as a compass this time to point you in the right direction. So whatever you have done in the past, grieve it, say goodbye to it, but it is a loss, but it is an ending, but it opens up your mind and heart for new adventures. Okay. All right. Now, what else have we got? Man, they are just all over the place today. I guess I asked for cards to jump out, and they're definitely jumping. The Star, yay! All right. So as a result of you stepping into your brightness, lightness, all that is, and I'm hearing the word ephemeral about you, whatever is, don't let anything dull your sparkle is the point, okay? Because you refuse to back down, because you are going to be unapologetically you and yourself and know your value, you end up with the wish fulfillment. That's that Star card, 100%. And again, it's about navigation. I keep getting, like with the Wheel of Fortune, a compass. I keep getting with the North Star in the Star card. There is a sense of direction and purpose. That's the core of this reading. It's about direction and purpose. Direction and purpose. Queen of Cups. They said open it up in the middle. I don't think I've ever had that card come out in this deck. What a pretty Queen of Cups card. The water, the ocean, the sea. God, my voice is just, it's doing its own thing here. I love seahorses. And there's like, it's got a literal horse head on it, but I'm also hearing something about the sirens. So you sing your song because you want to, not because you are trying to do or attract anything or anyone else. You sing your own song. You are your own compass. You provide the direction. Yes, that's it. Because you are going to be unapologetically you, and you know the way. That first message, wasn't that it? You know the way? Oh, I can't remember what I was going to call the reading now. Shoot. Yeah, well, Knight of Wands. I love this card so much. You all know that by now. Every time I use this deck, this is always the last one that comes out. It's almost like, yeah, you got it. You got it. That's it. This is my confirmation that that was the right way to read that. So that's wonderful. Okay, we are going to go on now. So basically, here's what I'm getting. That was a very quick read. You are closing out a chapter. You are becoming who you are. You are remembering who you are to a large degree. You are going to find your North Star, your direction, your compass, because it is part of you, because it is who you are. They don't want you to play small is what I'm hearing. So don't play small. And that could be if you want to start writing a book, if you want to start, like with that Hierophant and all those books piled up, you already know the answers. Everything you need is within you. So you already know the answers. And I feel like for some of you, that would be starting a new course of study. And that could be herbalism, that could be astrology, that could be whatever it is. But there is and I know we're in retrograde right now, but you know, whenever you feel so called to start planning the process, maybe that's what you're going to do. I mean, we're only in retrograde for a little while. Gosh, my voice. And it takes a while to get direction and plan and to put you may not even put your plan in action for another month, but you definitely have to have a plan, okay? So I opened up to the deck to the middle, and this is the Spirit of Animals Oracle. Unicorns. So we've had two versions of horses today, okay? Unicorn. Huh. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. People will use the words or the phrase the seen and unseen worlds very often to describe mediumship. So maybe you're stepping into a mediumship practice. And boy, yesterday, yeah, they were all over the place. They've been very close by. I feel like okay, so for someone out there, you're about to get a new guide that is it's not a new guide, but it's going to be one that will present itself to you formally now. If you don't have a meditative practice, make sure you have one, particularly if you're going to start embarking on full-on mediumship. You have got to have a practice in place. You have got to know who your protectors are, because you've also got to know who your guides and guardians are, because they are going to give you instruction as you go. You already are psychic, full-on, big-time psychic. You have to be a medium, okay? So, good for you. And I did put a little 101 out yesterday about mediumship, and that I'm much more leery of the living than the dead, okay? And there's lots of niches and types of mediumship. So you may want to start doing your research. That Hierophant, again, with the books piled up. Maybe someone is going to read everything you can, and just like a general reading here, take what resonates, and if you're like, that hasn't been my experience, then leave it. Like with animals, that's not my specialty, but animals always come through to help with, not always, but they frequently come through, pets will come through to help escort a spirit across if they haven't transitioned. And that's called death walking when they haven't transitioned in my world. Other people call it different things. So that's the kind of thing you research. That's the kind of thing you look up. You can Google, you can do whatever. Watch mediums practice, watch how they interact. Whatever you do, don't start screaming. because you might as well throw gasoline on a fire when you're trying to put it out. Okay, it's never a good idea to get real enraged and scream and stuff. And yeah, some of that I had to learn the hard way because, you know, you get scared at first, but okay, so that's just a little aside for someone. So congratulations for calling it what it is and stepping into it full on. Good for you. But just make sure you do your research. Just make sure you do your work. Example, make sure you know what you're talking about. And just, whether it's through anecdotal experience, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. Otherwise, I'll just sound negative. All right, okay, back to the unicorn card. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Woohoo! Yeah, this is my little magnifier, by the way. That's what I'm holding up. Because that is really tiny print. That's really faint. Okay, so... yeah. Horses are magical creatures. They really are. So whether it's a unicorn, a seahorse, or whatever it is absolute magic. And what flipped out? Oh, okay. Oh, and look, of course it did. Of course it did. So one flipped out, and then I noticed, oh, there was one that was upright when the rest of the deck was down. And I saw it earlier, and I thought, too convenient. I'll see if it comes up again. Well, it did. Peacock. So we have 3 here, and this was the flipper. So the cougar was the one that flipped out. The peacock is the one that was upside down or face up in a face down deck when it wasn't a minute ago. And I kept talking about horses, and what is on the bottom of the deck? Horses. All right. So let's take a look at these. Let's start with the horses since we just finished up with the unicorn. Goes right along with what I've always felt. Horses are very representative of freedom. And I had someone, not to me directly, but just in talking in general, was wondering about snakes. In my world, snakes have always been spirit carriers. And depending on the size and the shape of a snake, I would see them 3 to 5 days in dreams before a big event would happen that I would need to really be aware of, or if someone were about to betray me, or if something were to happen. Now that hasn't happened in a really long time now, because at some point I asked Spirit about it and they just said, well, you don't need it anymore. You can handle whatever's happening. So, but yeah, and so just, you know, when you think about animals, like I have always felt horses represented freedom. Well, of course, wild Mustangs, wild horses, they are smart, they're intuitive, they're psychic, they're intelligent. And as strong as they are, the legs that carry them and give them the ability to run can be so fragile sometimes. I'm all over the place. Okay, so let's get back to this. And we've already had a reading of sorts, so you're going to come into your own with your own compass and your own sense of direction. Believe it, trust it. That was the reading part. So now we're looking at animal allies. Unicorn came up, a magical being, and then the whole mediumship thing started. Now, horses and freedom. Oh, your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. Talking about that direction in the compass, okay? You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the world, the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Call on horse energy to be with you. Call on horse spirit to be with you, okay? And help you to understand what you're supposed to do. Okay, someone needs to hear this. All right. So if you are doubting yourself or your abilities or who you are in whatever way, when I was in my 20s, which was a really long time ago, I had a dream, and it's as vivid now as it was then. And that's how you can tell it's spirit stepping in with the message. And there was a chestnut-colored horse, and it only had 3 legs. But there was just this horse and lots of billowing. It was like energy around it, and its nostrils were flaring, and it was running hard. And I'm like, how can you do that with 3 legs? It doesn't make sense. And the horse stopped and looked squarely at me and said, of course, all this is telepathic, do I not look like a horse? Do I not breathe and sound like a horse? Do I not have the color of a horse? And colors come in all horses, different types, you know. But mainly it was said, it doesn't matter if I only have 3 legs. I am running, and I'm running like a horse. So what doesn't make me a horse? So I had to stop my own personal bias about what it meant. I had to stop looking at things with that limited viewpoint. I had to begin that journey of saying, energetically, and this spirit animal is running for everything it had. And it was in joy. It was in pure heavenly joy of being able to run like that. It didn't make it any less of a horse. So why did I have to worry about it? Let it do its thing. Somebody needed to hear that, and I don't know why, so there you go. You are enough. That is the message. You are more than enough. We need that on a mug. Okay, so peacock, vibrancy. Me and my little... Oh, no. Oh, it's sad. All right. And glasses, no less. You were born to shine. What in the heck does that say? Man, all right, look at that. I mean, look, the writing is teeny, teeny, tiny, and it's a light color. I just don't understand why they do this. Okay, there we go. Peacock. You were born to shine and inspire. You can inspire people when you can read the card. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. You know, it's okay. I have found that sometimes if you're just a little self-deprecating, or you smile, or you're happy and you look at someone like you know them, because at a soul level we all know each other, it does help to avoid that initial, well, you must be. And it's like, I must be what? You know. But also, don't be self-deprecating that you forget to let yourself shine. Okay? There's a fine line there. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Okay? That's that ephemeral message from earlier. All right, and then we have the cougar. I love this so much. All right, cougar, assertive. Heck yeah, you are assertive. You are the North Star. You have a built-in compass. All right. No one needs to tell you what to do, and don't ask anybody. You just start doing it. That's also a big message for someone. In silence you find purpose. Okay, or no, not purpose, power. In silence you find power. I'm so sorry, you all. Okay, claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. Okay, so normally I would just look at it and tell you what I think. It was important to read the words, and that's why I spent so much time trying to read them. But each one of those, they all could be for the same person, but I have a feeling each of you will find something in it that will resonate for you. Okay. One last tarot message. This one. Okay. So we're going to use the Arcanum Tarot. Arcanum, however you want to say it. Potato. They said this one. Okay. The Emperor. Okay. So we are going to, you are coming into your strength and power. That Emperor could be you. Remember, gender doesn't matter. And then we have the King of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords has been coming up a lot. The King of Swords is very learned individual, a lot of education, or just very high IQ and a lot of brilliance. Okay. This King of Swords, whomever you're dealing with who is a King of Swords, and a lot of people, it doesn't have to be formal education. I feel like it is with this King of Swords, but it could also be someone who is just really smart, not in an egotistical way. They actually kind of hide some of how much they know. They let other people shine. But yeah, when they need to, they can step into that role and step into it real quickly, so don't make a mistake. If you know someone like that, they are struggling, okay? They are struggling because the Two of Cups, I mean, not Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles came out first. Wow, that was an interesting slip up, huh? All right, we'll see if it comes out later. So the Two of Coins is coming up. This person is in juggle mode. This person is trying to figure out where they are, what they believe, and can they put it all together. It feels like they've got too many pieces of a puzzle. This is the final picture, the Ten of Cups. And this is the ultimate goal for that King of Swords. So if you know a King of Swords, or you know someone that fits that MO, and remember, that could be a male or a female. Understand that they don't know, they're so in their head sometimes. They're trying to plan things, but they don't know what direction is the right one to take. And I'm hearing for all involved. Okay. So let's see. What is the suggestion, Spirit? Oh, I just got a little dizzy. Whew. So that was a big message from Spirit. Okay. And now I'm hearing a high-pitched ringing sound. So, who's here, please? I don't want to talk to you. Move on, please. No, I'm not doing this. We're not playing that game. Move on, please. Spirit, Archangel Michael, come take this person away. Cross them over once and for all. It's been a game, and I don't appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. I don't know that it crossed, but that energy is almost malicious in its intent. I've encountered that spirit before. And you know, there is free will. It's not like I can say, you have to, blah, blah, blah. No one has to do anything. You don't have to listen to any of this reading. It's a general reading and you have free will. They have free will. Archangel Michael, though, is going to keep that energy away from me until it decides it's had enough of playtime. What I saw was not an opening to the gateway, but it was like a door with a lock and a vault. So Michael, or Archangel Michael, thank you so much for being here. I was wondering, my spirit team last night was facing outward and around me in a shield. Thank you. So that person was tricky. And I think that's why I was feeling so tired and just weak and drained all of yesterday and part of today. So Michael put him, it's like a vault wall, and that I can tell that person's on the other side. I'm not about to invite that person back. When that person has had enough, and it is a male, he identified as male, lived his life as a male, that person will move on to the other side. And when that happens, the ones that he's still tethered to here will be much better off. Yes, I can do that. I can hear him still talking. Yes, I can do that. You can't come into my life and you can't come into my world, period, the end. Okay. Michael, I don't want to have any more interaction with that. Please move it away from me. Oh. Archangel Michael can force the issue. so I don't have to be part of it. Oh, the gateway opened up behind that vaulted door. I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel that energy. I know that energy anywhere. Yeah, there's so much brilliance there. Don't you want to go? I'm being shielded and protected, and this is a new way to do this. This is interesting. Thank you so much, Mikhail. It is a very gentle way of coaxing someone across. Someone he cares a great deal about is over there on the other side and is helping to bring him through. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to bet my life improves, my health improves, and the health and lives of those connected to that individual will improve too. All right. Now, let's get back to the reading part. I was asking for advice or help for that King of Swords individual. All right, we have a King of Pentacles. So that King of Swords is also a King of Pentacles. That came up once before. Three of Cups. That could be part of the juggling. Juggling emotions. I hope it's not juggling people, but juggling emotions and emotional... I'm hearing emotional warfare. Judgment. Yeah, there's going to be judgment. So it's like you're going to have to pick something. Six of Wands. That's a victory parade. This is not someone who's good at juggling. And the Seven of Cups. Again, it's about a decision. There is a decision that is going to have to be made because judgment is coming. So the advice that comes through that for that King of Cups, who is also a King of Pentacles, you need to decide what you're doing and don't drag people around with you, okay? You need to look clearly, step out of the emotions of it, and make a decision that will benefit you and those around you in the best way possible. It's odd to have that much authority in one's life, but not be able to make a decision. Huh. Interesting. That's an interesting mix. What sign is that individual, please? Can you... Okay, two cards came out. The Knight of Swords. Well, I don't know what sign is attached to that. I'm not good with astrology, you all. And the World. Okay. So this is... It doesn't matter because this is starting to come full circle. This is a person who is good at making decisions once they get to a certain point and have enough information. So it's about to happen because they're about to get the information they need. They're about to get, and it may not come in the most pleasant of ways, but it is going to cause a full circle moment. What else can you tell this King of Swords? The Emperor again. Huh. Six of Swords. Sailing away. Someone is moving away. And the Star. Again. That's the wish fulfillment card. That is the North Star. So in order to... There is going to be an epiphanal moment for this King of Swords. They're going to be forced into stepping into Emperor mode and making a decision. Because things are going to come full circle. And life is about to change. Leaving a situation, that is leaving a situation for a wish fulfillment. Okay. So how do you go about making a decision? And I don't know what area this is. It could be finances, it could be job, it could be romance, it could be any of it. Four of Pentacles. Get out of your head and stop trying to... in this instance, the Four of Pentacles isn't about hoarding. It's about trying to be a peacemaker. Okay. All right. If you want to do that, you do that. But just understand, you can't change. It's impossible to change people by simply wishing they would change. You've got what you've got. Okay? And 10 of Pentacles. Someone is about to come into a sense of stability and wellness. And it's Queen of Pentacles. So someone is about to come into their safety. Oh, I didn't expect to say that word. Safety, wellness, whole, and being whole and complete. Look on the bottom. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, so what we have on the bottom, Page of Wands, a Knight of Cups, and we just had that Knight of Swords, remember? 3 of Pentacles, the Fool card, a new start, new beginning, and the Sun, which is the best card in the deck. All right, the Star came up twice. That's pretty darn good. The Sun came up at the end of this one. So the advice for that... The advice for that King of Swords person, whether it's you or someone you know, just because you want things to be a certain way doesn't make them a certain way. You've got whatever you've got in front of you. So that's what you make the decision on. Spirit is saying go back to the beginning of the reading with the energy of the day. Gosh, that seems like so long ago. I don't even remember what it was now. Oh yeah, be who you are and unapologetically you. If you were to take your last breath tomorrow, what would you regret not doing? Yeah, that's the message. All right. Well, how you like that? What a strange, jumbled bunch of stuff coming in reading. That seems to be the vibe for the whole week. It's like there's just been one thing after another thing after another thing, and it's all coming in from all different places. I'm just so glad that one spirit is gone. Ugh. Ugh. There's a song, I think it was out about a couple of years ago. I said what I said. Anyway, it's not a very happy song though. So, but I just remember that. Ugh. It makes me laugh. Anyway. All right, I'm wishing all of you peace and love in your lives. Peace, love, happiness, joy. Remember, you are the compass of your own life. You are the North Star. Yeah. And they're showing me that three-legged horse in that dream I had. Who are you to tell a horse it's not a horse? You be you. All right. Again, kind of a weird reading. All right. Be well. Take care. I am sending you so much love and gratitude. Be well. We will talk very soon. And congratulations to whomever is going into the full-on mediumship. Okay. Again, it's all different kinds, all different sorts. Obviously, I do more death walking than anything. I'm not the... I mean, I can do them, and I've done personal readings and public galleries and stuff like that, but... yeah. Anyway. Be well, take care, and we'll talk soon.